Well, hello. It's been a while. We are in North Carolina now, and we're on our way to the Wayehutta OHV area. And it doesn't look like I'm going to make it there on this on this street bike. But this is a really pretty area. This is a little north of like Silva, and you got to go about 10 more miles on this kind of a road, which is not going to happen on this Suzuki GS 500. I mean, this is a cool little street bike, but it's not meant for this kind of terrain. This kind of fun on this kind of bike is not really what I'm looking for. But the season opens in April, so we'll come back with a dirt bike in April to check out this area. I'm going to try and hit one of the ranger stations down in Franklin on my way back to get some information regarding the trails. They have a map and all that kind of stuff. And it's open to dirt bikes, four-wheelers. But it's about 10 miles behind me. But like I said, I'm not about to do this on this little bike. So yeah, I left California way back in May, I guess it's been. So I don't have the Suzuki 350 anymore, and I got rid of my Suzuki Katana 600 street bike. I was never really in love with that bike. I used to have a few Suzuki Bandits, which I like better than the Katana. Because you have a more upright seating position, mainly. It's a more comfortable bike, I always thought. But when I left the state, I got rid of both the bikes. I had too much junk on the trailer. I didn't have room for bikes. So now I'm looking at, I don't know what exactly is going to replace the Suzuki DR. I wouldn't mind getting a DR 250 or even a 200. I really want a small bike, like 250 pounds or less. I like small bikes for off-road. And I've really gotten into throwing like the dirt bike on the trailer and trailer it to wherever I'm going to ride and then take the truck home. It's much more relaxing that way than driving, you know, an hour or two to get to the trails and then ride a few hours and then have to ride all the way home. You know, been there, did all that, but anymore I like just throwing it on a trailer because it's just much easier, and that way you can take things to eat. But this is a real pretty area. North Carolina's got lots of nice little rivers that follow roads and stuff. And spring has come early. Today is the 4th of March, I believe, and we're at 72, 73 degrees. So it's sort of nice day. I had to get this old girl out of mothballs, and I wanted to check out this Wayehutta. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that name. I'm probably butchering it, but this is only about an hour and a half from me where I live. So bringing a dirt bike on the trailer to here would not be bad at all. There's supposedly about 28 miles of trails in this OHV system. I'm gonna just roll the cam for a little bit coming through here. I won't do the whole trip home because it's just a boring street ride. But North Carolina has some decent dual sport areas. It's mostly a hard-packed gravel roads. We don't have any sand or anything like that in this area, which to me is just fine. I'm not gonna really miss the loomy sand. But yeah, this little street bike has been real good. It's a real good little commuter, 60 some miles a gallon. It's a twin. You know, it'll do 70, 80 all day long. It's not a fast bike, but you know, I'm not on a bike for an adrenaline rush. You know, I used to skydive for adrenaline rushes. So I don't, if you've seen my other videos, you've already know that I don't go crazy on bikes. Even on the dirt bike, I don't ride it like I'm on a race. I'm not like a badass motocross. I always respect people that have those skills, but it's not where I'm at. So yeah, this is Appalachia here. It's a quite different look than Southern California. Most of the people I know have all bugged out of California. It's a shame what that state has deteriorated to, but that's a topic for another video. But I thought I would stop in Franklin at the ranger station because I believe they have a map for this OHV area. And like I mentioned before, the season doesn't really open until April 1st. And then you have to get one of those passes, which is no big deal. Or you pay like $5 a day or something. But I live so close, it doesn't bother me to get a year's pass. I think they're about 30 bucks or something. And it's just a sticker you put on your bike. But this is real country here. I had no idea that the road deteriorated like it did. I was planning on taking this all the way to like the staging area. Excuse me, but as you saw back there, it would have been very beneficial to have some knobby tires if you wanted to continue, and it's just not meant for what this bike is designed for. So the last thing you want to do is be slipping and sliding on slimy mud on a street bike. But the next time we'll make it to the staging area, and hopefully by then we'll have some kind of little dirt bike to play on. I thought about a Yamaha TTR 250 or maybe a 230, something like that. I've ridden Yamaha WR 250Rs, but I don't really feel like spending $6 grand for a bike right now, and I'm pretty much going to just use it as a trail bike. So that opens up a lot of possibilities of the kind of bike. If I don't have to worry about getting tags and all that stuff for it, I can get, I can be just as happy on a little trail bike. And I actually have some trails where I live. I can leave my house on some hiking trails and rip around. People ride their gators and four-wheelers on these trails, so it would, be a trail something like that. So possibly my next dirt bike may not be an actual dual sport, meaning, registered to ride on the road, and that's okay. Because if it's just a 200 or 250 cc, I mean, it's not exactly a road bike. I think with the upcoming high gas prices, I think you're going to see a lot of people gravitating to small, more people are going to get into bikes, especially if we see $6 a gallon, which I'm sure we will. This little bike gets like 65 miles a gallon versus my truck on the highway, I'm lucky to get 20. So it's really going to change how people, their driving habits are going to really take a hit. So I believe bikes are going to really retain a lot more value. I've noticed crazy prices now for even dirt bikes. What you used to be able to get for $800 is costing you like $2,400 now. It's like, wow, really? It's amazing. Hyperinflation. And we're all seeing that every time you go to the store to get some food, you're seeing that. See, today it's $3.75 a gallon at Exxon. And where I left my house, it was $3.34. And all my peeps in California are saying, well, damn, it's already over $5 there. It's gonna get worse, folks. Alrighty, I'm gonna probably stop this video in a little bit, and then I'll start it again. There's some nice areas along some other rivers. We'll start it back up in a little bit. Western Carolina University coming up. Cullowhee. So we'll catch you a little bit later if I can figure out how to turn this thing off.